Hello, Prim friends. Well, I am back at one of our favorite locations, and this is William Hromy Antiques. He is in Sharon Center, Wadsworth, Ohio area, and has just the most amazing primitives and also garden. Well, you know what? While I'm here, I need some advice. So I'm going to back up again. You see this building he's got. We are in the process now of getting ready to build a pole barn. And we know the size that we're doing. We know the shape, the roof pitch, all of that good stuff. But we're just not 100% certain on the color. Now, if I could do it in cedar wood like Bill's barn is, that would be it in a heartbeat, no question. But it's not. It's going to be a metal building. And, you know, there's red, there's white to go with the white house. There's the tans, the browns. What do you think? Of course, there's always the possibility of the red. And just wondering, what are your thoughts? What do you think we should go with? So comment below. All right. So this is such a wonderful shop. If you're looking for primitives and early American, this is just a wonderful place to stop. I love all that peg rack all the way around the room here. And Bill, honestly, I've said many times, has probably one of the largest amounts of hog scraper candlesticks available for sale of anywhere that I have seen before. And he does ship. So if you see something here in this video, I'll make sure that his information is in the contact, in the description below. And I'll have the address on the screen as well. I know sometimes people have a hard time finding the description part of the video. So the shaker peg rack, those look like maybe 6 inches apart. That's another thing that we're trying to do. You know, there's only so much time in the day, but we'll get there. These early pewter plates are just gorgeous. And here, look at this, a whole bunch more of these push-up hog scraper candlesticks. That one looks like it maybe has the name in the bottom of it. Let's see. With the pusher, 6 inches. So, when I was here the other day, Bill was telling me about the difference between the real ones, the old ones, and some of the reproductions, because honestly, I have a hard time telling the difference. And hopefully at the end of this video, I'll be able to show you on one that is a reproduction what the difference is, and one of the ways maybe for how to be able to tell. I love this little brown stoneware jug. So cute. So, are you thinking about what color we should be doing our barn? Make sure you comment, because I do listen to and I do read all of the comments. Oh, check out the stone fruit. Love it. There's apples and pears, lemons. There's a fig. I love this little bench here. Just see if I can find one here. There was somebody had asked a question. Well, maybe I'll just comment here, and maybe as we go along. Somebody had commented recently that they hadn't known what a dry sink was, or even that term, until they saw the videos that I had done and what is a dry sink used for. So if you think back to the days when those would have been used, 17, 1800s, they did not have indoor plumbing. So many of those were lined with zinc, those sinks, that dry sink portion. And so when they were lined with zinc, they would have brought their pail of water or their pitcher of water inside their home, and then they would have done their dishes in that quote unquote dry sink. Dry sink meaning that water was not attached to it and it doesn't have the drain. Then the wash bucket would have gone back outside. So, sometimes we use these terms. Maybe you have some other ones that you're wondering about. Go ahead and comment. But where that or why we call something what we do. Oh, that basket above that corner cabinet is stunning. Beautiful corner cabinet. It does have the raised panels on the doors. That's something we've talked about in our videos. Also, the raised panel or the chamfered here on the inside, where it's a little narrower, where it goes into the piece of wood on the side. And the early lighting. And there's another hog scraper. There are several names on them. If they were made in England, usually they would be stamped right here in that little thumb pusher part. So they may say Shaw or Bill or Shaw Birmingham, all different words or names that might be impressed there, and that would show you that they were an English made piece. Another beautiful basket. Love that one. Gorgeous. A really pretty little stoneware inkwell. And this, a little soap saver. All the little bits and pieces of the soap would go in there, and usually for laundry. There, another little hog scraper. It's fun to find the different sizes so that you can vary the look when you have several of them all together, so that all the candles are at different heights. Beautiful. But like I said, I think his shop has more than I've ever seen anywhere. I always know that I can find one here if I'm looking for one. Really pretty. The cast iron Boston Terrier doorstop. If you haven't yet, check out the video that I did at my mom and dad's house. They have the dogs' doorstops every step in their home. They've collected them for many years. Beautiful little red bench. Nice mule chest. And then another really pretty cabinet. It's fabulous for displaying the early china and more of those big old early baskets up on top. It's nice to see when the grids match the shelves on the inside. That's something that I always look for. Really pretty. There's a early dough box. See these dovetails here on the corner. Nice. And then this chopper. These are really neat as a kind of an accessory if you're having a party, to have out with, not necessarily to chop your cheese, but to have it out along with it with another big board or a charcuterie board, that would be really, really charming way to decorate. Another really pretty bench. And another, that one has a little bit different of a handle on it. Hog scraper candlestick. Gorgeous wall box in the corner. And these early cutters, like for slaw cutters. Pretty. And another beautiful cabinet here on the wall. I've said before, you know, the styles change, maybe from one generation to the next. The early blue, green, that teal color underneath. And then as the styles changed, it's painted with that grain painting over. It's a really pretty spongeware mug. And some of the feather edge pieces there in the corner. Oh, all the way across in the top. Just gorgeous. Just so pretty. Staged, all different, lots of different styles and pieces, but all goes so well together. The colors, they're so warm and earthy. And then look at all these beautiful crocks here on this. Looks like an old, maybe an early set of stairs. How fun. This is a cute mustard. Oh, a prayer bench. Oh, very nice. And then behind here, again, there's a beautiful salt glazed ovoid crock. You know how fancy the little handle is here. And a number 3 bee sting. Love it. What is this? It's the Rockingham pattern, the brown. It just looks so pretty. This would be a little doorstop. Love it with the flowers. We're always looking for things like that with our flower farm. Looks like an early candle box. Early paint. Beautiful. Nice little wash stand. Again, they didn't have running water, so they would not have had sinks. Later, they would have added maybe a pump beside the sink, you know, a hand pump. So but don't hesitate to ask those kind of questions. I was happy to see that. Sometimes after, you know, doing these videos, you kind of wonder, well, what else? What else can I tell you about or explain? And sometimes you just don't know what you don't know until someone asks like that. Sweet little bird. Cookie cutter. And it looks like perhaps a lion. Really sweet. A really pretty pie safe with the stars punched. Another beautiful early basket up there at the top too. It's always a good idea to step back and away from a wall when you see these many things. Sometimes you miss things because you're just too close to it. Sunday school. It's probably a little music, yes. A little music book. Again, another little footstool. And a little bench. And a little money box down there. There's a really pretty sieve. Again, maybe if you check out my mom's the video, I'll link it in the description. Usually at Christmas time, she puts a little Santa Claus in it that I had made, the face with clay. Oh my goodness, I don't know, maybe 12 or 13 years old. I should have made more. Beautiful candle box. I was never big on making more than one of something. And in fact, sometimes people teased me the fact that I had two boys, because I would make curtains, but I would make one set. If I had more than one window, that might end up being a problem. So lots and lots of crocks here. Nice cutting board on the end, neat shape. And then these wonderful ice skates. Just love even the wood used for the shelves. Really neat. And of course, here we go. More of those hog scraper candlesticks. That almost looks like they would be a matching pair. Really sharp. Some little arithmetic books and a place for the pens. Let's see, what is this one down here? Again, another one. I love seeing the shape difference on some of them. Some are wider, some are narrower. And this one has the little finger handle. I always think of Bob Marley in the Scrooge when I see that kind. I don't know why. Maybe that was in the book, the image that I had seen when I was reading that as a child, or maybe in the movie. Nice bucket and a really pretty stencil and painting in the back of that old chair. Love those pig cutting boards. A nice, is there a pair of doors here? Pair of early paneled shutter doors. May have to measure those and see. That would be something nice at the Cape. We do have some windows that are just a little too exposed. We need to do something there to cover those up. So we'll see. We'll have to measure. See if that might be something that would work. Love all the tool carriers. Lovely. All right. There's another little room here in the corner. So we'll go right around the corner here. There's a dry sink. All right. Perfect timing. So you know how if you look at your sink in your kitchen, you probably have two doors underneath your sink. Well, there's where that whole style would have originated, from these early dry sinks. See, some things don't change all that much. Here's a beautiful step back cabinet with the raised, the chamfered doors, really pretty. And there is a gorgeous cake crock, C-A-K-E, crock. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that lid is so heavy. What does that say there? May have to check on that one. Really pretty. Pretty piece. And some tollware, some yellowware, a couple more beautiful baskets. And this 1, 2, 3, 4 drawer. I wonder if that lid opens. Oh, I don't want to open it. Have everything on top go flying. Yes, mule chest. So yes, this top would lift. What a pretty piece. Well, that should have been a hint too. There's no knobs right there. So this first top part would just be a deep storage. That is gorgeous. Let's see if there was some more information on the tag. Mule chest, 1810 to 1830, all pegged. And I think back here in the back, there are some covers for, I think for the cans for shaker. So that was for butter beans. Here at the top, this is framed also. Pulverized sage, prepared by the Shakers, East Canterbury, New Hampshire. Wow, love that. The early peg rail with 7 pegs on it. And I love these. I think those are called Swifts. That piece that's all folded in right now. Here's another one on this side. And they would have been for winding. Yeah, it just closed. Oh, I don't see the price tag on that one, just to confirm what I was thinking. Yeah, for winding your wool or your flax. Oh, look at, he is just beautiful and heavy. Really pretty rocking chair with a early stencil on the top. Another beautiful basket here, and oh, that is a Shaker rocking chair. Let's see, Mount Lebanon Shaker rocker number 6 with the decal. Look at that. Boy, you know, and you feel like you're in the presence of history. That is how I feel. Just such beautiful pieces. Unique pieces. And this is such a neat room with these beams that are logs going across the ceiling. That's just so clever. We'll have to see how we do some more things to our cape on the corner that will add more of that aged and early look to it. I have some ideas. I don't know, does your significant other run when you say, hey, I have an idea? So, luckily, so far, my Jim is always so patient with all of that, and is such a huge help in having my vision, our vision together, really come to fruition. So yeah, is that what has been your latest find or your latest change to your home? Of course, there's some things, you know, you'd love to be able to do all by yourself, but sometimes we need a little helping hand, or like in my case, sometimes more than just a little helping hand. Really like that crock lamp over here. Really neat. And a pretty cabinet. All right, so let's check out these pretty these little smalls here on this part of the shop. And again, another little hog scraper. Beautiful. Has that right there. And then again, ouch, more of these. There's 2 more up here. See if those have the names in them. You can see the little brush, the bottle brush trees. So pretty. And then lots of the candle molds up on top, and a whole big collection of those bottle brush trees. Here, a lightning rod out of the milk glass. And look how sweet. There's another lightning ball. Well, that's something that we've been talking about too. When you have a big metal pole building with a metal roof, do you need a You need a lightning rod on it. So of course, if we do that, we can't use a new one. It's got to be an old one. And look at that gorgeous, gorgeous table there. That one is sold, not to me. All right, well, let's finish up this video at home. I'm going to show you some hooked rug pieces, the hearts on springs, and also the sunflowers that my mom has several of. So if you are interested in some of those, I'll send you some, or I'll post some pictures, a little video, and maybe I'll try to do a quick video also here within this one about how to kind of try, at least as a beginning, to what to look for if you're looking for a hog scraper candlestick and the authentic ones. Okay, well, hang on and it will be with you in a second. Oh, now see, look how pretty that is in red. Beautiful red. Oh goodness. I just never, I make a decision and then I always wonder, I second guess. Do you do that? Okay, Prim friends, we're back at the Cape on the Corner, and a couple different things here. So I was talking to Bill Hromy yesterday or the other day, and I was really wondering if he could kind of give me some insight into how to tell the difference between one of these hog scraper candlesticks that is a reproduction and one that is legitimately an old one. And he had one in the store that is a reproduction, and I bought it for a couple different reasons. Number one, for education, okay? I want to be able to tell other people and help other people understand what about this one in particular is not correct. So one of the very first things you might notice with that one is that the base is larger. They all pretty much have a very standard base size, and this one actually has the Shaw impression in that thumb latch. This one has something pressed into it, but I'm having a really hard time seeing what that one says. And this one is an old one. These both have the little screw and the nut on the bottom. Screw and the nut. This one does as well, but this one is the reproduction. This one is one of the newer version of them, but not reproduction, that has that sort of cleat in the bottom. Now, so a couple different things. First of all, the base is substantially larger on the reproduction, as is this thumb latch portion. That is also substantially larger than on the others. Now, the other thing that I found really interesting that Bill pointed out to me, and that was, I'm going to take the candle out before I drop it, and that is that, so he said about in the 70s or so, there were a lot of reproductions that were coming out of Europe in made of metal. And many of them were made, well, my camera was just having a mind of its own there for a moment. So many of them were made from 55-gallon metal drums. And so it's very likely that that could be what this was made of. But they would have photographs shipped to them and things that they were trying to recreate. And so in this case, you can see this has that little indentation in that where the wedding band portion would or should normally be, okay? Can you tell what's wrong with this picture? If the thumb latch portion was being pushed up and down repeatedly over the last 100+ years, the indent on that wedding band portion would have been on the bottom. It would not have been on the top. So kind of a good try, but they sort of missed the boat on that one. kind of an interesting thing. Again, that thumb latch, way bigger than what it really should be, and same with the base. So again, one of the reasons I bought it was for the purposes of educating and doing this video for all of you. And also, I didn't want it to accidentally get multiple times sold. He has it very clearly marked that it is a reproduction, and it is priced that way as well. I just didn't want it to end up in the hands of somebody who would sell it to someone who didn't know better. So that is right there, and it'll stay there, and it is not for sale. It is for education purposes. Now, I have all of these wonderful hooked hearts and hooked sunflowers that my mom did. They are placed on these little springs, so they're a really cute way to display them. You can display them that way, or you can lay them in some big wooden bowls. They are $30 a piece for the hearts and $40 a piece for the sunflowers. Very best way to reach out to me is to send me an email at gigi4224@yahoo.com. That way it goes in timestamp order, which ones were received first. Again, the hearts are $30 a piece plus shipping, and the sunflowers are $40. The sunflower colors kind of range between a sort of a brownish taupey tweed. There are two that are gold. There is the blue one that's really sweet, and then this rusty red. And then the hearts up here, they're handmade, and so each one of them has their own special little touch. The backs on these are all the same material, all hand done, all hooked on linen, all hooked with love. So if you're interested, again, gigi4224 is probably the best way to reach out to me. Let me know which ones they are that you want. In your email, if you can include your zip code, that helps me pretty quickly be able to get your shipping information to you. They should not have to go priority mail. I think they are all light enough and the box is small enough that they could go first class. So let me know. Again, also let me know what color your thoughts are that we should be doing our pole barn. So take care, everybody, and we will see you in the next one.